Hi, I'm John Olson. Welcome to Next Stop from the friendliest small town in America. Walla Walla, located in southeast Washington, was just voted the friendliest small town in America by Rand McNally and the USA Today. And they've got good reason to be friendly. The wine industry has absolutely exploded the past few decades, and the arts and cultural scene has followed suit. We'll explore all this and more on this episode of Next Stop from Walla Walla, a show full of pleasant surprises. And you'll find out why I'm donning a tux. Stay tuned. The fun starts now. Wine Spectator says Pepperbridge is a vineyard name you need to know. Before we get to know the wines, let's take you straight to the source, the vineyards. This is where it happens, right?
Well, this is harvest. This is the work or the fruit of your labor for 1 year, for everybody, for the wine growers.
Where you can actually say this is the fruit of our labor.
Exactly.
For the first time it actually means something.
Basically, this is the paycheck of the growers after 1 year of labor.
This is incredible. These guys they all pulled up in their vans, and all of a sudden, boom, they're just in the vineyards, picking. Well, I noticed your people got out of the vans smiling.
Yeah, well, look at this is the energy. It's harvest. It's awesome. Everybody's excited.
Let's go get up close and personal with some of the grapes. You can show me what you look for.
You see here the seeds are pretty brown, so this is a good indication of ripeness. But really, as simple as it looks, taste, the flavors are right, pick it.
Okay, so we picked the grapes in the vineyard. We brought it back to Pepperbridge. What is this?
Well, this is the processing area. So we get this first table up here where we unload the grapes, and then it goes to this piece of equipment. We take the stem away. So basically what it does, it just detach the berries from the stem. And now this is our new toy here. And we've been very fortunate. We have this amazing company based here in Walla Walla, shaking and optical sorting in the food industry all around the world. This is 3-4 years later, we can try a little wine.
And 3-4 hours later, we were in the vineyards a few hours ago, saw the sorting. Now
we're going to taste our 2008 Merlot from Pepperbridge Winery. Our goal is to make a wine that really present Walla Walla Valley.
And this does well. This is nice. What should I be looking for in this one?
Hey, you know what? Whatever you want.
I like that answer. So people try to get really intricate. This has an oaky flavor with some daisy.
Life is too short. Just drink what you like, right? It can be $5, can be $100. Just drink what you like.
I like that.
Yeah.
The name Walla Walla is of Native American origin and means many waters. In the early 1800s, fur traders established it as a trading post, and by the 1860s, Walla Walla experienced the effects of the gold rush with commercial, banking, and manufacturing activities. Following the gold rush, farming became the economic force behind this community and continues as one today. To be honored 10 years in a row by Wine and Spirits magazine as one of America's top wineries, you must be pretty good. They're better than good. They're L'Ecole number 41. Where better to learn about wines than in a schoolhouse?
This area was called Frenchtown, and this is the old Frenchtown schoolhouse.
And hence the name L'Ecole, which is the school, right?
Exactly. And it was district number 41, so L'Ecole.
41.
You got it.
You guys have won some huge awards. You're
yeah,
very prestigious.
We've done very well. Wine and Spirits did their top 100 wineries of the world. There were several wineries from Walla Walla, including Pepperbridge and L'Ecole. But it was special for us because it was our 10th award.
Well, let's find out why.
All right. Well, this is a white blend it's a Bordeaux white variety of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc, and we call it Luminous. You get this nice bright fruit, good citrus flavors, melon, pear, honeysuckle, nice food pairing wine, just a really pretty white Bordeaux blend.
This is perfect for a sunny day like today. The sun is shining.
Perfect for me, anyway.
Cheers. So rumor has it you're actually going to put me to work.
Well, that was our idea. We thought we should make you earn your keep.
I think that's fair. So what am I going to do?
Well, we have a particular fermentation bin targeted for you to punch down.
Okay, I know what these are, Marty, but I don't know what these are.
Well, these are a bunch of metal bars that we use to punch down the fermentation bins.
These ones have holes in them. This one doesn't.
The holes are a little bit easier. Maybe you need that one.
I think I'll choose this one. Not gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous here, Marty.
After you finish that bin, I've got another 20 or so for you to do.
Yeah, I'll get right on that, Marty. We normally start our day at school with a bell, but at L'Ecole number 41, it's how we end our day. Sweet. Coming up on Next Stop, more fabulous wines from Walla Walla wine country. Why not? Woodward Canyon was the second winery in the Walla Walla Valley, and we're very honored to be joined by Rick Small, one of the founding fathers of Walla Walla Wines, who's got an amazing story. But let's go back to 1981. What was happening here in Walla Walla?
Okay, well, I just returned from college a few years before that. 5 years at university and come back into the valley, and there wasn't much going on. There weren't restaurants. There were a lot of farmers, but nobody was doing anything that was very much fun as far as agriculture.
So how did it get started?
Well, Gary Figgins and I were good friends, and we were in the Army Reserves together. We just kind of got into it and just started. Gary was into it, and it just kind of evolved, and I kind of got his passion, and I just learned, and it was, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, the journey to where we are now has been great. It's just been fun.
You must be just so proud and excited of what's happening with Walla Walla Wines all over the world right now.
I love the fact that that at the end of the day, it's still coming off of family land, and I love the work.
That's the great story, in the sense of place that you have here, because you grew up here.
Yeah.
This is the winery.
Yeah.
You grew up here, and you went to school there,
I went
next door.
Yep.
That is so cool.
No, it's very, very cool. We used to play right where these grapevines are right now. There was a little baseball diamond out here, and there was a backstop and everything like that. And the grass, it was such alkali soil though. There was no grass could even grow there. So we kind of play in this like white dust.
This is a picture of you right here.
Yeah, that's when I was in a grade school, in first grade, and on baseball team, exactly. And I didn't even have on socks, baseball socks. I mean, we were lucky to have uniforms.
One of the things that you employ in your everyday life, is one of my mottos in life, is quality versus quantity.
Yep.
Talk about that.
Well, I think it's the only way to do it for me anyway. Just make smaller quantities and let the quality of your product drive the demand. So we should do what we do best, and quality is what
You've
we do
clearly
best.
focused on quality. Your wines have won some great awards.
The awards are nice, but at the end of the day, it's what's in the bottle that counts.
The story of the Walla Walla sweet onion began over a century ago on the island of Corsica, off the west coast of Italy. It was there that a French soldier found an Italian sweet onion seed and brought it back to the Walla Walla Valley. Today, Walla Walla sweet onions are known throughout the world as some of the sweetest, tastiest onions you'll find. It's harvest time in Walla Walla. We're at Dunham Cellars, where the passion is in the bottle, for a tour and a harvest lunch.
This is where the magic happens. So we are currently involved in the latest harvest on Washington State record, which is not a bad thing. We're giving the grapes plenty of time to ripen up this year. And the excitement has started. So what we do is, after we're done crushing the stemming, we do a 24-hour ambient soak in each tank. We open the bottom valve on the tank, and just through gravity, we have the wine fountain up. And it's really light colored right now because literally we just crushed the fruit yesterday. So the color has not completely extracted yet. And so this does a couple things. One, it really aerates the wine, which is helpful for the yeast. I mean, let's face it, we're not winemakers, we're yeast shepherds. And so the trick is to make the healthiest environment for yeast as we can.
I noticed that we're all holding our glasses like this, but you were holding your glass like this the whole time.
Yes. Okay. So I actually went to school for wine drinking, wine making.
I want to go to that school.
And so when you're a freshman, you grab the glass by the goblet, right? So then as a sophomore, you grab down here on the stem and you think, oh, okay, now I have arrived. And then you get to your junior year and you're like, okay, I'm cool, whoa. And then senior year. And then you graduate.
So you're a junior.
Today I'm a junior. Today. Well, then there's grad school where you just, give me the bottle.
So we're at the harvest lunch, and you're Eric Dunham. I'm thinking you might have something to do with the winery.
Well, they bring me in to cook every once in a while, but in between that, we rot grape juice here.
So what inspired you to start this?
I grew up when there were only 2 wineries here, and just my role models had had careers and made garage wine and hit it big, so I kind of went that route to be able to afford to make wine.
The passion is in the bottle. I read that on your website.
When I got into the industry, I really wanted to be judged in a brown bag. I wanted to be judged by the quality, unperceived of the label. Our goal is to make wines we love to drink and in a style that's consistent every year and from some of the best vineyards in Washington State.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Up next, a stunning theatrical performance in a world-class hotel in Walla Walla. The Powerhouse Theater, located in downtown Walla Walla, is a 120-year-old building that used to supply power to the city. Tonight, it supplies world-class entertainment. Tonight, Walla Walla came out in swarms, looking very good, mind you, for the performance of Marilyn Forever Blonde, the 3rd performance at the Powerhouse Theater, which has just taken the city by storm. It was and now is a theater, though.
It used to be a gas plant before electricity was invented. It took about 2.5 months to rebuild the whole inside, and we built the interior so it touched the building in very few spots. So we didn't sandblast or change the old building at all. So this is a duplicate of Shakespeare's theater that he built for himself.
This town is so excited for Marilyn Forever Blonde, and Greg wrote it, produced, directs. This was your baby.
No, I didn't direct it. You don't direct your wife. It's impossible. It's like teaching them.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it's like teaching them to play golf or teaching them to drive.
Everything that Sonny says as Marilyn are things that Marilyn actually said. Where did you find all this material?
Well, I wrote this before the internet. This is about late 80s, so I got all these books on Marilyn. I had my office write down all the quotes on 3x5 cards, and then I scooped them up and sent them back, and they typed them up, and I went, that could be a play, and then I worked on it. And then I couldn't find anybody to do the part, so I waited 20 years to get someone to do it, and then I had to marry her to do the part.
I'm blown away by Sonny and her performance, and usually we film performances, but tonight we actually got to sit back and enjoy it. But yesterday we actually did get the pleasure of connecting with Sonny and meet this wonderful lady. What I love about this production is that your husband Greg wrote it word for word in Marilyn's words. And he was telling us earlier today, and he says you may not agree with this, that he made you a deal. He said he'd marry you if you took the part because he'd been looking for the right actress for 20 years to play the part. Is that true?
He keeps telling people these lies.
Well, tell us the truth. Set us straight.
The truth is we were in Vegas. I was doing Marilyn. I put on the short wig. He said, I'd never thought of you as Marilyn before, but when you do Marilyn, it's pretty convincing. You need to read my play. We were not married at the time. I read the play and said, no way, because no woman should have to be compared to Marilyn Monroe. That's just not even fair. And then we were married, and the nagging just would not stop.
Do the part.
Do the part. Read a scene.
Boop, boop, be doo. Roger loved it. His eyes popped out. I remember, he made this joke off screen. He said, young lady, you're a case of arrested development. With your development, somebody's bound to get arrested.
It's been said that you do an amazing job channeling Marilyn from the dead before your performances. What do you go through to become Marilyn?
Well, I spent 2.5 hours in makeup. I turn on some Frank Sinatra music of her era, and that's sort of at the end of the 2.5 hours, being prepared and surrounded by pictures of her in my dressing room and hearing Frank Sinatra sing and imagining them going out, or maybe she's getting ready for a date with him. It sort of transports me back to that era.
What do you want us to take from your performance?
Well, I think what I've learned from it is that be careful what you wish for. If Marilyn's taught me a lesson, and I hope the play teaches that lesson, is to honor those around you that are close to you, because she didn't have those people.
He didn't like girls with brains. I told him that was the nicest compliment I'd ever had.
So be careful what you wish for. Fame isn't all it's cracked up to be.
We've encountered many pleasant surprises here in Walla Walla, and none as pleasant as the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Completely surprised all of us to have a property like this in Walla Walla, Washington. It's world class.
It is. It's top of the mark, John.
And you did this, right?
Well, many people before me did this, but I was the person that did the entire renovation and the expansion back in 1999 and 2000, 2001.
And the rooms are a little bit unique. I'm in a suite, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's different types of rooms. Describe the rooms for us.
In our historic tower, we have 52 guest rooms. So we have wonderful 2-room luxury suites. We have what we call our executive tower king rooms. And then in our west wing, a lot of king rooms as well as our double queen rooms and some junior suites over there for our guests.
So there's something for everybody. I noticed that everybody's smiling. All your employees are happy. You have a really good staff.
Yeah, thank you for noticing, and it is true. We worked very hard with not just our hiring process, but also, you know, this is our extended family.
This town is just ready to explode. You just feel it. It has exploded with the wineries,
Yeah.
the Powerhouse Theater, the Maryland Forever Blonde show.
Yeah.
This must be really exciting times here in Walla Walla.
You know, it certainly is, and I think it has exploded. Got such a great vibe and energy and it grows every year. It just gets better and better every year. It's exciting as heck.
And you can tell that everybody's really excited to be here too. I've talked to people that moved here from New York, from Chicago, and they just really love it here. And there's so much going on.
Yeah. You know, the folks you meet, we're very passionate about what we do and very, very proud about our community and really love our quality of life here, which is a very unique quality of life, and it's what's kept me here.
So tonight's going to be fun. We bring in all of our friends that we met from the 4 wineries this week, and we're going to pair their wines tonight with Antonio's food.
They had some fresh scallops in there earlier they were preparing for tonight, so I'm pretty excited. About time to go eat.
Let's go.
We actually shucked the scallops ourselves. We got them in live. So a scallop shell with a roasted pumpkin puree. And then here's the fresh scallops that we shucked right here. Grant seared them all perfectly, a little bit of butter. This is one of those dishes, there's some cold, there's some hot, there's some warm. Try a little bit of everything at the same time on the fork. It's gonna need all the flavors to kind of come together.
Those scallops were incredible.
Yeah, you like
Oh,
those?
that sauce was amazing. What else are you going to make for us tonight?
So we have Chilean sea bass we're going to poach for you guys tonight in like a Parmesan infused olive oil. And we're doing just a real nice spin on pumpkin cake with salted caramel ice cream for dessert.
Coming up on Next Stop Walla Walla, local band Coyote Kings. So we mentioned in the intro of the show that the wine scene's blowing up here, which means arts and culture follow. The music scene here is actually blowing up as well. We got Robin here with Coyote Kings, who's going to be our music segment tonight.
We actually put our first band together in Walla Walla in 1977. I know I don't look that old, but
you were 2?
Close. You're too kind.
But let's look at your shoes, though, man. I love your duds. Look at this guy. He's dressed for the part tonight.
Baby, call me on the phone. She got a little something, something on her mind. Yeah. Yeah, she called me on the phone. She got to leave right now before I get left behind. Oh, now.
Tell us about your music.
Well, we call it rock and blues and bluesy rock, smoking hot, and so we kind of mix everything from a little bit of funk, a little bit of classic R&B thrown in.
Walla Walla is such a cool place. What do you love most about Walla Walla?
It's quiet, but it's starting to get so much more to do. All week there's music someplace, and on the weekends there's music all over the place.
Thanks for tuning in to Next Stop from Walla Walla, Washington, a town that lives up to its billing as the friendliest small town in America. We made some amazing new friends on this show, so thanks to each of you for your participation in making this a great show. Kyle and Brenda, we love you. We love the Marcus Whitman. Can't wait to come back and hang out with you. We also love our title sponsors, Alaska Airlines and the Alaska Airlines Visa Signature Card, so thanks to you for your partnership. We'll see you next time on Next Stop. Where will we take you next? Make good memories, everybody. I smell more. That's what it smells like. More.
And two or three times a day. Wow, I never knew being mic'd would be kind of this nerve-wracking. I apologize. It's the wine, actually, I should say. I've had like 9 of these.